second, but they did reset the bracket against Serenity and taxiivation to get there. So let's see what happens.
And now this, I mean, this right here, this is one of the things I love seeing the most in Brawlhalla, especially in top 8. This is a little bit old versus the new kind of matchup, because Vortex and Sire, they have lower PR than taxiivation and Serenity do, but they both have more gold medals than taxiivation does top 8s.
Wow, okay. I guess we'll see, yeah, and I mean, it's shown in the weapons too, right? Gauntlet cannons to start us off up against that tried and true lance that Serenity took to the bank in that last set.
So will that experience come out to shine and give them the edge that they need, or will the new school beat the old school? Only time will tell. So far we are having quite an even game. Serenity and taxiivation, we already know what they're all about. We've been seeing what they're all about, but we are seeing that slight tone shift as we go into the second game, trying to play things perhaps a little bit more cautiously, looking for the opportunities rather than forcing them.
Okay, Sire staying in the mix right here, actually finds the reverse hit onto taxiivation to get the first stock right here, but it might be 2 in response. Here comes the weapon toss off stage right now as Sire needs to come back and play defense, but it's not fast enough.
That's going to be the second stock taken off of their team. Only player now still with 3 is going to be Serenity, and they are patrolling the ground right now. Sire trying to commit quite heavily to get that knockout, sweeping in with a recovery, but it's not resulting very well. Serenity refuses to go down, and he keeps fighting these D-lights. He's running away with these few attacks that just build up over time.
Vortex not wanting to commit onto Serenity after forcing off stage left side right here, so we do force ourselves back into the 2v2 situation. Again, Vortex looking center right there with the target swap. I like it so far, but they need to close out these stocks. That might do it though,
What is that combo? What is that combo? I thought for sure that was done a deal. They already got all of the attacks that they want. They're gonna go down and maybe try and either edge guard or honestly just let him get back up, because his teammate is gonna come down. You can 2v1 him, but they're able to string another throw in there. They're able to get a weapon throw, another attack. That was crazy.
Yeah, and just like that, I was gonna say the momentum was swapped, but Sire was just getting diced up off the left side there by Serenity and that lance. Vortex tried to come in to help for a little bit, but it was to no avail. It's last stock now for taxiivation and Sire.
And as always in 2v2, whichever team has one player remaining first is very often one of the deciding factors of who is going to be winning. Now, we have seen previously, we haven't seen such things from Vortex and Sire, but they really haven't either gotten an opportunity to prove themselves. Serenity doesn't seem to be that afraid of going into a 2v1.
Yeah, Serenity just boldly running into the 2 of them right there on red team. Sire accidentally hitting Vortex off stage. That gives a little 2-piece right there to find a little damage. Not going to get too much after that, and then turns their sights to Vortex instead. Says, you know what, I want to see you on 1 stock left too.
Some of that positioning and follow-up potential we were talking about from taxiivation. Amazing game sense. Picking up the landing with an end light and throwing it in the correct direction for Serenity to be able to pick that up. But still, taxiivation and Sire very low on their final stocks. Whichever one goes down first is going to most likely be the deciding factor.
Sire's got to get back to help right there, but in doing so, finds getting KO'd right there. It's a 2v1 now. Vortex got to play careful here with the cannon. Get us started right here. Nice air chase dodge to get out.
All right, Vortex, show us what you can do. Show us which tricks you still know. Amazing DC combo comes out. It's going to be a very good damage build-up, but the neutral signature, that side signature connection would have been absolutely crazy, but it's not even going to be needed.
A couple of good opportunities there for Vortex bouncing off of the wall of the stage as well. Finding a couple quick slip-throughs right there, but it was just not enough time.
I can't believe what's happening. How is Serenity consistently getting like close to 800 damage? We saw 797 damage with 5 knockouts. I know I'm hyping this man up a lot, but if you want me to stop, someone ought to make sure he doesn't deal that damage, dude.
Polly, the numbers don't lie, man. We are people of stats. We see it right here on the screen, 797 damage. I mean, come on, man. We might see Serenity break the 1K mark in this very set.
But then again, you take a closer look and you see that a lot of this damage that Serenity is getting, of course, as we mentioned, these Axe and D-Lights, they're absolutely devious. That damage deals up so quickly. But taxiivation as well, he's facilitating a lot of those positions, and he's able to make a lot of very skillful setups where Serenity is able to get some follow-ups. Like that, for example, which will lead into the team combo. All of that started off of taxiivation, able to find that one hit in the right timing that you need to be able to set up a team combo. But Vortex and Sire, they're unfazed. How are they still going after that?
As we say it, right? They say, we have a bit of a rebuttal for you, sir. Vortex will fall off the right side right there. Taxiivation at super deep red, but Sire doesn't find the conversion right there, so it's going to have to be Serenity instead that they start getting that damage on.
Able to get that end light in, but it's not going to be leading too much. Oh, that could have been absolutely massive. Sire with a beautiful interrupt to be able to get his teammates out of that team combo. Neutral signature comes out though, and Vortex is in really, really shallow waters here. He's able to get a stock off though, so he seems to be doing quite fine.
Yeah, that was super tricky. The way Vortex was kind of jockeying for position to get the edge guard on Serenity and then just goes for recovery to KO Tax off the top right there. It's a 4-man scramble in the center though, as damage is racking up quick, fast, in a hurry.
Now, Serenity for a very, very long time has been for, I believe, maybe the first time, one of the only players to, the only time that he has been the furthest behind in terms of stocks, but Vortex is going to take that spot instead. Now dropping to last, Serenity soon to follow. Taxiivation stuck in a little bit of a team combo here. He's not afraid to go for those 1v2s. Maybe he should be a little bit more afraid.
I love it. I love that little wait there from Sire as well in the team combo. Getting Tax up to deep red as well. It's pretty even for the most part, but Tax could fall at any moment. Okay, here we go.
That GC side light not going to be connecting with anything or anyone though. Sign Vortex in the pseudo 2v1, and Serenity does a really, really good job at making sure to not get caught into anything. Sire and Vortex are looking solid. The damage is building up, but that team combo, the Sire, yet again, taxiivation. The D-Light Sire true combo is his greatest enemy, but they're able to find that knockout either way.
Yeah, and just as Red Team was starting to build a little bit of momentum, right? All it took was finding one stock on the left side, and then that quick team combo that you know Serenity and Tax are going to hit every day of the week.
Now Sire stuck in this 1v2. Triple exclamation marks coming out. Taxiivation with the GC side, like catching that landing, and the team combo, as you mentioned, they're trying to do it. A little bit of a fusion of the combo we've seen before. They're not able to connect it all the way, but that's the thing. It's so much damage, it doesn't even matter. The light ground pound, that's going to be it. 2-0.
Check the numbers. Check the numbers. Throw it back up. Give us the stats because we can see it. We can see it.
They swapped. Dude, this team continues to baffle me. I'm not sure what to believe anymore. Walt, I'm at a loss for words.
I'm right there with you, man. How are they getting this much damage? It's crazy. Like you said, they did swap this time. They said, you know what, Tax, you can take the lead this time. I've had enough of the spotlight.
The other games, taxiivation has been very, very pressured and very pressed, right? And that has allowed Serenity to get a lot of that free damage in. This time around, the roles have been reversed. Both of these guys then can really, really cover up for their teammates whenever it's needed. Sire and Vortex, on the other hand, they have been falling a little bit short in these games thus far. And this game could be the one where they go out. 3-0 would be almost a historic moment here for Vortex and Sire to go down this early.
I have
to
agree. I mean, especially for how much we were hyping up this set, right, Polly? Like, the way that these two teams had kind of challenged each other at the Winter Doubles Championship, it's crazy to see that Serenity and taxiivation might just take that momentum from the Sky and and Moset and bring it into a 3-0. Like, what? How?
Yeah, I mean, it is also, like, even to begin with, it is... I looked away from the screen for like 1 second to take a look at the bracket, and Vortex is second stock red. What did they do to my man? What is going on with these guys?
What have they done to my boy?
What have they done to my boy, man? Let them, hey, 2 stocks down, but Vortex! Taxiivation! Someone help taxiivation! Oh my lord, Serenity, again, we've said it before, they cover up for each other, but the signature comes out. What is happening?
As we say it, though, I mean, I think Vortex and Sire might be tuning into the stream saying, we're not getting 3-0 today. Vortex in red right now, though, so has to play a little bit careful as Sire is the one that wants to take initiative here. But he's getting diced up on the left side. Vortex wanting to help out now with the cannon.
Vortex cannon, man, something changed in his demeanor, going for repetitive attacks over and over again. The dares were working phenomenally, tries it again with the nairs off the top, and that was kind of working. He has figured out something here going up against taxiivation and Serenity.
Wow, okay, Recovery tries to thread the needle and get around the damage that is Serenity, but Serenity will find his mark regardless here. Vortex falls to last. Can we get Serenity down to last as well, or will it be a 2v1 first? I don't know. Here we go.
Especially if Sire is able to sustain that stock for just a little bit longer. If he's on 2 and taxiivation goes out completely, that would have been a dream scenario right here. And Sire is playing very phenomenally. Vortex is 2, able to get that stock off. Sire is there to support his teammates. There is Sire. Beautiful string coming out from Sire to get that knock.
I think we're going to a game 4 here, Polly, and it is not going to be a clean sweep for Serenity and taxiivation. But is this potentially the start of a reverse 3-0 for Sire and Vortex as that combo comes through?
They woke up. They actually woke up. I mean, Vortex, the cannon, it was absolutely phenomenal. We said it while it was happening. He got kind of destroyed in the first stock, right? Down to second stock red quite early. He turns up, dude. And whenever towards the very end of the game, Sire matched that energy, man, hitting that string to get that knockout. That offstage play as well. What is going on?
Yeah, I mean, we got to talk about Vortex too, right, man? I mean, the way that he was just popping off once he got a hold of that cannon, I'm a little bit scared going into game 4. If I see Vortex start off with cannon once again, I might be cowering for a little bit. I might be taking my time getting into this match.
Yeah, Vortex and Sire said, look at me, man. Look at us. And they showed us what they are capable of. We are going to be going into what is going to be now our second match points of this set so far, Vortex and Sire. They have a really long way to go. You were down 0-2 in Elim. That is already like a nightmare scenario. And again, this is gold medal against silver medal. This is a really tennis game.
That's right. That's right. Of course, Vortex and Sire need this one to stay in the bracket. They also need this one to present potentially a reverse 3-0, so let's see if that momentum they carried into Game 3 is enough to bring them across the finish line here, or maybe even just get us to a Game 5.
All right. We have some light scrambling so far as both players trying to get any kind of free hits that they're able to. There's our first real conversion that we get there. It's going to be the end light into the neutral signature from Sire and Vortex. Sire again. Sire is so good at just coming in out of nowhere with those Sares. We've seen it already 3 times in his first stock. He comes in, interrupting the opponents with a massive axe Sare, sometimes enough to even knock out.
Yeah, and that was a crazy good look from Serenity right there to at least equalize the stocks right now. Actually takes the lead as Serenity hangs on to it right there. Earlier, we saw him just look to jockey and maybe go for Sire on the bottom side of the right there, and instead just looks for super strong hit onto Vortex, gets that KO. As I say, we even right back up to 2 across the board, though. Hang on.
Yeah, the 1v2 that you have for just a moment while your teammate is respawning, it's absolutely devastating if you get stuck into any kind of team combo, but taxiivation was able to avoid it. Serenity! What happened?
What?
Again, Vortex, I can't take my eyes off Vortex. He keeps losing his stocks whenever I stop looking at him. I need to pay attention to him.
Yeah, blinking, you might miss it. We'll see. Vortex falls to last right here, and he needs to stick around if Red Team wants a chance at redemption right here to at least bring it to that Game 5.
Serenity and taxiivation, man. As you mentioned, you blink and you miss it. They're able to pick up those stocks, pick up those knockouts so incredibly quickly, and that can be the damage that dealt. But Sire, what a commitment!
That was a commitment. You're absolutely right. Yeah, looks for the GC right there. Almost found the KO off the top, but I mean, Tax was just there to pick up the pieces. This is looking rough for Red Team now, Polly.
It's going to be very, very difficult. Serenity on 2 stocks. He has that extra wiggle room. He can go a little bit aggro if he wants to, and he could surprise Sire and Vortex quite heavily. And Light going to be catching both of them as well.
Ooh, Sire caught swinging right now, and now in the middle of Serenity. Serenity not going to be up the top, but that's a window to go on to Tax potentially. Hang on.
Serenity
is it a double?
So damaged.
Yo, it is! Okay! They swung this one around. Vortex is at high percent, like you said before, Polly. Serenity and Vortex in that 1v1 matchup. Blink and Vortex might be gone.
Yeah, Serenity seems to have some form of personal agenda against Vortex, able to get those stocks off. He goes for that stairs, not going to be connecting. Vortex maybe not say he's not going to allow something like that to happen again.
We saw Serenity make these comebacks before. Vortex at high damage right now. Doesn't want to commit, has to throw the weapon. And now it's Vortex on that tried and true cannon, but it might not be enough. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it, dude. It's over. It's just over.
Becer comes out, and Serenity and taxiivation show us why they are the gold medalist, I suppose.
Serenity still maintaining his him status. I can't believe